So what we'll do today, we have three things. We have the function tables, we have the mapping assignment, and then we will continue our function exercises and we'll start what we call composite functions. So let's get started. Chastity, did you get a chance to look at the tables? Function tables assignment?
Yeah, no.
Is that the one you sent me?
The tables, it says function tables.
Oh,
Complete the function tables.
yeah, I was having a hard time doing it.
Okay, so let's look at that one first. Latoya sent those to me. And let's see.
Sending my stuff long time.
Yeah, I know. Let me,
But the two that I can't get right, I do them over this Barbara said it's wrong. I was like, I give up.
yes, I
I
gotta
don't know,
find
what am I
out
doing
why,
wrong?
why you didn't get
I give up. I
those
can't
right.
do this job
Okay,
anymore.
okay. Do you see the function tables homework?
Yeah.
All right. Now, Latoya got them all right, all the tables correct, except
Number 4.
number 4. Okay, but let's just start with number 1. And did you try that one, Chastity? Number 1? This one? F of x is 2x plus 13. Did you try that one?
Yeah, I did, but I did it wrong.
Oh, okay. How do you know you did it wrong? What answer did you get for f of x?
I got I have -2 on the top.
Right here,
Mm.
f of x for the table 1, where x is a -1. What did you get for the f of x?
I had a -2.
Oh, you got a -2. Okay. Well, let's see.
Let's just go over them.
Yeah, let's go over them. Okay.
Oh no.
All
I'm
right.
trying to record this also on my other end, but it's not happening. So I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Well, I'm recording. Okay, so let's put f of x. Okay, get rid of I don't need the underline. Okay, so f of x equal 2x plus 13. Now, x in the table is a -1. So that means our input is a -1. See, we call the x our input, the f of x is our output. Okay, so wherever you see an x, you want to put a -1. So let's just copy this. This will become, okay, -1, wherever we see x, so the input is a -1. All right. And this x would be a -1. So Chastity, what's 2 times a -1?
2.
Plus or minus? Unlike signs multiply to give you negative. So a 2 times a -1 would be equal to what?
Hold on. I'm having issues like I think I got the new
Plus
glasses.
minus gives minus. Unlike signs multiply to give you negative. And they also divide to give you negative. Like signs multiply to give you positive. And they divide to give you positive. So you have a +2 times a -1. What would that be equal to, Chastity?
-2.
That's it. Very good. So that would be a -2. Now, you said that was your answer, but remember the f of x, which is the output, the right side is output, would be the 2x plus the 13. So what's a -2 and a plus 13, Chastity?
That will be a -11.
That's correct. That's your answer. -11. Is that clear?
Yes.
You said -2, but see, remember your whole output is 2x plus 13. You can't throw away the 13. That's part of your output. You
All right.
substitute the value of the x, that's the input right there, -1 times 2 and -2. Add that to the 13 and you get -11. Now, let's take the next one. Just copy this again. And now our x in the table is 0, right? So wherever you see the x, just put that here. So the input is 0. So let's just put the 0 here. And for the x, we put 0. So what's the answer for this one? What's f of 0, Chastity? What's that equal to?
F of 0.
Yeah, what's 2 times 0?
0.
That's right. What's 0 plus 13?
13.
13. That's your answer. Got it?
Yeah.
So f of 0 is 13 because 2 times x is 2 times 0, which is 0, and 0 plus 13 is 13. Now let's take the next one. Okay, same function, except now our input is 1. That's the
1.
next entry in the table, right? So
Uh-huh.
put that there, and
Okay.
for input, we have 1,
Mhm.
and we put 2 times 1. So what's the answer? What's the
1 plus 13 is 14.
No, 2 times 1. Remember, it's 2x, 2 times the input.
Oh, okay. 2 times 1.
So what is that equal to? 2 times 1 plus 13.
15.
15. That's your answer. So that means you in the first one, you put -11, then you put 13, now you're 15. Now let's just take f of 2. So I'll just copy this over and then put the value of the input, which is a 2. So let's copy that, put the 2 here instead of the 1, because that's the next entry in the table. And then put the 2 here, that's 2.
Another 2.
So what's the answer here?
That's 17.
That's right, 17. Very good. So you got your next entry in the table. And then the last one is a 5. So put f of 5, that's the input. So instead of a 2, the table has a 5. So we put f of 5, 2 times 5, and 2 times 5 plus 13 is equal to what?
23.
23. That's it. So you finish that table.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes.
So table 1 is complete because we had -1 for the input, 0, 1, 2, 5. For the output, we had -11, 13, and we had 15, 17, 23. So you can fill in your table. Okay. Put the output. F of x is the output.
Is it you on it?
Output dependent on the input. So fill that in, Chastity, for your table, right? So the first one you have what? What's the first one? What do you have
I'm
here?
sorry.
Yeah, what do you have here
Oh.
for your output?
Hold on.
When your input is -1, what's the value of f of x?
-2.
No. Minus 2 plus 13 was what?
11.
Minus 11. So right here, you put minus 11. All right. So this entry right here is minus 11. Now, what is the f of x when the input is 0?
13.
13. What's the next one?
15.
And the next one?
17.
And the next one?
23.
Okay, so you got that table finished. All right. Now let's go to the next one. The next one says f of x is x squared plus 15. So that's table number 2. And our function is f of x equal, and that's x squared. So let's put our power there. That's x squared. All right. And let's put as x squared plus 15. So let's put out 15 there. Okay, so x squared plus 15. Now, the first entry in the tables are minus 2. So let's just copy this function and put our minus 2 in for our input. Okay, now substitute the first entry in the table. And this would be what? Minus 2. So f of minus 2, that's our input. Now the x squared becomes minus 2 squared, right? So what's the answer for that one, Chastity? What's a minus 2 squared?
2
Minus-
times 2 is 4. 4
That's-
plus 15.
That's it. Very good. Because minus times minus give you a plus. So 4 plus 15 equal 19. Okay, so that's your first entry in this table 2, 19. All right. What about if it's 0? Let's just copy that. And put the 0 in for the input. You tell me what your answer is. So put the 0, instead of minus 2, it's a 0. So let's put the 0. And then put a 0 here. Instead of a minus 2, it's a 0. The minus 2 out. Now, what's the answer?
That's 15.
That's it. Very good. That's your second entry. So you have 19, 15, and then what do you have for the next one?
A 17.
That's it. 17. What's the next one?
The next one is 3, right?
Yes, that's 3. 3 squared.
21.
What's 3 times 3?
21.
3 times 3 is what?
No, 9.
What's 9 plus 15? 9 plus 15?
24th.
That's it. That's 24. Now it's a 7. What's 7 times 7?
14.
Not 7 plus 7. 7 times 7. Remember, it's squared.
49.
49. And what's 49 plus 15?
56.
49 plus 15. What's 49 plus 10?
59.
And what's 59 plus 5?
64.
That's right. So your table should have what? 19, 15, 16, 24, 64. Is that what you have in your table?
Yes.
That's correct. Now, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is f of x equal 9x plus 11 minus x squared. So let me just copy this. This is number 3. Okay, so this is 3. Copy that. So f of x equal 9x. So let's just put 9x plus 11 plus 11 minus x squared. Okay, so we'll take out the 15. Okay, so the first one is what? Minus 4. So let's just do the first one, minus 4. Wherever you see that input, put a minus 4. So that would be minus 4. And 9x would be 9 times a minus 4. Wherever you see the input, you want to put minus 4 because that's what's in the table for the x, right? And this would be minus 4 squared. Okay, I'll just put this in parentheses. Minus 4 is squared. So this would be minus 4 squared. So what's 9 times a minus 4, Chesky? Just copy this. What's 9 times a minus 4?
27.
No. 9 times 4 is what?
32.
Nope. 9 times 4. 4 9s. 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9.
16.
No, 9. No, 4 9s. 9 plus
4
9 is,
9.
what's 9 plus 9? Ashley, what's 9
That's-
plus 9?
44. Is it 44?
No, stop guessing. What's 9 plus 9?
81.
I didn't say 9 times 9. I say 9 plus 9.
Oh, 18.
Okay, and what's 18 plus 18?
That's 44.
No, what's 18 plus 18?
36.
That's it. So 9 times 4 is 36. 2 9s or 18, and then 4 9s would be twice 18, 36. So 9 times a minus 4, and since that's plus times minus, that would be a minus 36.
Minus 36.
Okay, plus 11. What's a minus 4 times a minus 4? That's the minus 4 squared. What's that equal to?
0.
No, 4 times 4 is what?
4 times 4.
Mhm.
36.
4
32.
times 4, no. 4 multiplied by 4.
32.
What's 4 plus 4?
8.
And what's 8 plus 4?
12.
And what's 12 plus 4?
16.
That's right. So a minus 4 times a minus 4 is a plus 16. All right. Minus 4 times a minus 4 is a plus 16. Let's put it over here. Okay. Minus 4 multiplied by a minus 4. Those are like signs, so you know your answer would be plus. So this would be 16. The default is when it's blank, it's a plus. So this would be plus 16. That Okay, so minus plus gives you a minus. So what's a minus 36, a minus 16, and a plus 11?
Minus 36 plus 11,
It's,
47.
minus 4. No, we remember this is a minus 36, a plus 16, because a minus plus, this becomes a minus. So let me just copy this. Okay. Okay, so this becomes a minus 16, minus plus becomes minus. So that's a minus 16. Okay, so what's a minus 36, a minus 16, and a plus 11? Add the two negatives and subtract the 11. What do you get?
Mm,
It's a minus 36 and a minus 16.
that's minus 20th.
A minus 36 and a minus 16, you add, right? You add,
Subtract.
no, you add them. When they're the same, you add the negatives just like you add the positives. So this would be equal to a minus 52. That's adding the minus 36 and the minus 16 and a plus 11. What is that equal to, Chastity? Unlike signs, you subtract. So what's your answer?
52 minus 11, is it?
Yes.
Um,
And the sign of the bigger number, or you have more negative than positive, so you know your answer has to be negative. So what's the answer?
negative 41.
Ah, shit, very good. Negative 41. So number 3, for a negative 4, f of x, the output is a negative 41. So you put a negative 41 in the table. All right. Now, see if you can do the next one, the minus 2. So I'll just take the minus 2. Let me just copy this. And you tell me what the answer is. Okay. Let's just copy that here. Okay. And the second entry in the table is a minus 2. So let's just copy that here and put the minus 2 where you see the minus 4. So put minus 2 here, minus 2 here, and minus 2 here. Tell me the answer. What's a 9 times a negative 2?
Minus 18.
That's right. Very good. Okay, so that's a minus 18. Plus that minus give you minus. So minus 18. Plus 11. And now what's a minus 2 times a minus 2?
A 0.
No, multiplying. What's 2 times 2?
Oh, that's 4. Minus
That's
4.
4. No, minus times minus give you plus. Remember I said like signs multiply to give you plus. So this would be a plus.
Plus 2.
No, plus 4.
Oh, plus 4. Yeah. Sorry.
Minus 2 times minus 2 is a
Plus
plus 4. Okay, so this becomes, okay, so we have a minus 18 plus 11 and a minus plus give you a minus. So that's a minus 4. What is that equal to?
That's
Minus
okay.
18, a minus 4, and a plus 11. What is that equal to?
So I'll do the minus first, right?
Well, it doesn't matter. You could add them
Right.
and then do the minus, or you could combine your negatives and then the 11 would be subtracted from it. So what do you
Okay,
get?
so 18 plus 4 is 22. So
And
that's
so that-
plus 22.
No, not a plus now,
Positive.
because you got minus.
Oh,
minus.
negative.
That's right. That would be negative 22 plus 11. And what's that equal to?
33.
No, unlike sign, subtract.
Oh yeah, 22 minus 11, right?
Right. Gives you what?
11.
Right. Plus or minus.
That's plus.
Which
Is
one
it
do you?
plus?
No, you have more negative than positive. So if your negative number is bigger, then your sign would be negative. So it'd be minus 11.
Minus 11.
Okay. Yes, because, well, you subtract 11 from 22 and you get 11. All right. Now the sign is the sign of the one that has the biggest number, absolute value without the sign. That's the 22. That's a negative. But another way of thinking of it is that the one I have more arm will determine the sign. So I have more negative, 22 being bigger than 11. So my answer has to be negative. Got it?
Okay. Yes. So the
Okay.
bigger number.
That's it. Now, the next one, let's see if we can copy it here and we don't have to go to next. Let's see.
This one was minus 2, right? That's the second one.
That's the second one. So the first
So
one
the
you
first one
had
is minus 41.
41, right? Now the second one is minus 11. Now we are going to 0. Okay, so let's put 0 in for our input. Wherever you see an X, you want to put 0. So this becomes what? 9 times 0.
9.
All right, because it's what? 9 times 0. Okay. Plus 11.
I don't see you. Where are you?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I went to the others.
I got it.
Line. Okay, 9, wherever I have a minus 2, I put the 0, plus 11, minus, let's take this out so it doesn't.
Minus 4.
Okay, so instead of the minus 2, this is a 0, right? So this would be 0. And this 0 is raised to the second power. So I can just put that 2 in there. Okay, 0 to the second power is just 0 times 0. Okay, so what's 9 times 0, Chastity?
9.
No, any number times 0 is 0.
0.
So 9 times 0 is 0. And that's plus 11. And what's 0 times 0?
0.
That's
2.
it. No, that's right. So that would be minus 0. So what's the answer? 0 plus 0 plus 11 minus 0. So the answer is 11. So that right here you put 11. Okay. So you have minus 41, you have minus 11, and you have plus 11. Got it?
Plus 11. Plus 11?
Right. Yes, this is a plus 11 with a 0 because it's 0 plus 11 minus 0, which just gives you 11.
Without the plus?
Oh, well, you don't have to put the plus as the default. If you don't see a sign, it's automatic assumed to be plus. You rarely put the plus in a single entry when it's plus, okay? Because that's the default.
Okay.
Now that was the 0. Now what if it's a 2? Right,
Yeah.
Okay, let's just take this
Oh.
equation. And instead of a -2, put a +2. So I'm going to the next screen, okay? Now, instead of a 2, a -2, because the next entry is a 2, right? Go back up here. See, it's a -4, -2, 0. Now it's a 2. So this becomes a +2. So let's take the negative out. Okay, take the negative out. And you tell me what you get.
What are you? I don't see you. Hold on.
Okay, I'm on the next. You see me now? I'm on the next screen, actually. The next panel.
Yeah, I think you have to move the page up. I can't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it up. Okay,
Yes, thank
all right, you see it? Now, so what's 9 times 2?
you. 18
Okay, so that's 18. Okay, so
plus
that's
11,
18 plus 11. So I'm just
29.
the equal sign here. So 18 plus 11, okay. Minus, and what's 2 times 2?
4.
4. Okay, so what is that equal to? What's 18 plus 11 minus 4? Still on table 3.
That's
And
29. 18 plus 11 is 29.
and then minus 4.
25.
That's it. That's your entry for the next one. So your table now for when it's a 2 is 25. So let's just go back up to the table. So when there's a 2, put a 25 here. All right.
25.
Output
Yeah.
f of x is 25. Now the last entry in that table is 4. So let's take the 4. So I'm going to take the same, or we have the 2, and instead of 2, we want to put a 4. So let's just copy that. And our input is 4. So this will be f of 4. 9x will be 9 times 4 plus 11, and the 2 squared would be 4 squared. Now, what is that equal to, Chastity?
Okay, let me do
What's
this.
9 times 4? We did that before, remember? 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9.
36.
That's it. Very good.
So it's
36
36 plus
plus
11.
11. And what's 4 times 4?
16.
That's it. Now, what is that equal to?
So that's 36.
36 plus 11 equal what?
46. 47.
47. That's right.
46. 47.
47 minus 16. And what's that equal to?
47 minus 16.
Yes,
31.
that's it. 31. So you finish that table, number 3, by putting in 31 when the input is 4. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 4. Now, let's see, that was number 3. So number 4, that's the one you had a problem with, right, LaToya? Number 4? I think that's where you missed
You
something.
get 3 right.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
do, yeah, that's the one that gave LaToya some trouble. So we have f of x. Let's just put, this is number 4. I'll bring this down once I put in the value, f of 4. So f of 4 equal That's x times 3x minus 4.
Can
Okay,
you scroll up a little bit, please?
yes, I just
Thank
had it
you.
down so I could get what number 4 was. And,
Just give me 1 second. I gotta go to the restroom.
okay. Now, the f of, okay, number 4, that's, I'm sorry, f of x. Output f of x equal x times 3x minus 4. Okay, and our first entry is a -1. Okay, so let's just copy this over and put in our -1 for our input. This is -1. Wherever you see an X, you want to put a -1. So you see, Latoya, you have to put a -1 here. That's an X, right? And then this will be 3 times a -1. Any problems about your substitution? Wherever you see the input, you want to put that -1. So f of -1 will be -1 for the x times parenthesis 3 times the x, which is a -1, minus 4, close paren. So we do PEMDAS, we do what first?
Pandas,
So what do we do first?
pandas,
Oh, what's the
not
first?
pandas, the brackets.
Yeah, the parenthesis. So,
Parentheses, yeah.
okay, so 3 times a -1 is a what?
Tree,
That's right. 3 times a -1 is what? -3 or +3?
-3.
-3. So that's a -3. All right. So now we have, and let me just put this equal. So we have -1. And what's a -3 and a -4? Latoya,
-4.
a -3 and a -4?
Oh, -1.
-1.
No, no, you add the negatives.
1.
Oh,
No,
7.
7.
yeah,
-7.
-7.
I got -8. I don't know where I get it from.
Because a 3 times a -1 is a -3. So in parentheses, you have -3 and a -4. You add the negatives, you get -7. Outside the parentheses, you have a -1. So Chastity, what's a -1 times a -7?
-1 plus -7
No, times. This is multiplication.
is -7.
No, unlike signs give you negative, like signs give you positive when you multiply. So minus times minus gives you what, Chastity?
It gives me hold on.
Like signs multiply to give you plus.
That's +7.
That's it. I'll just put the +7 here. And if you just say 7, that's the same thing, right? The plus is the default. Latoya, is that clear to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to put, you substitute in the -1 here for the x, the -1 here for the x. That's a multiplication. So in parentheses, you've got parentheses within parentheses. So 3 times a -1 is a -3. And then you have the -4 in parentheses. -3 -4 give you -7. -1 times -7 gives you +7. So that first entry
Is
just
7.
let's scroll back up here. So that would
Okay.
be a 7 right here. Put a 7 in the table, Chastity. All right,
Yeah.
Latoya, put a 7. Okay, now let's go to when it's 0. And I'll just copy this over and just put the 0 in for the input. Okay, so let's just copy this here. Okay, so this is f of 0. That's our input. The input is x is 0. Now, wherever we have that x, we want to put the 0. So instead of -1, I put a 0. Right? In the parentheses here, I have 0. But -1. Okay. All right. So what's 3 times 0? So I got a 0 outside the paren. Inside the paren, 3 times 0 is what, Latoya?
0.
0. That's right. Any number times 0 is 0. So that's 0 minus 4, right? And what's 0 minus 4? Well, you could really stop here because if you multiply by 0, you'll get 0. So that would be 0 times a -4. And any number times 0 is 0.
Yeah, that one right.
Yeah, you had that one right. So f of 0, go back to your table. F of 0 is just 0. So put a 0 here. All right. So that's 0. Now the next one is the input is a 1. See there, it is a 1. It's a -1 for the first one. The third one is just 1. So let's just copy this. Instead of the -1, we want to put a 0. Sorry, a +1. Okay. So let's just copy that. And that entry is just a +1. So instead of a -1, that's a +1. So we just put f of 1. And that's not a -1, it's just a +1. Okay. And the 3 times the input would just be a +1, right? Okay. Now, what is this equal to? So that's outside the parentheses, we have a 1. Inside, what's 3 times 1, Latoya?
3.
1,
3 times 1?
3.
Yeah, Chastity said it. 3. Okay.
Oh, God.
And I feel the same way.
Long day, I understand. Okay, so you have 1 outside parentheses. Chastity, what's 3 minus 4?
3 minus 4. 1. No.
Plus or minus? Yeah, 1 is correct because you subtract. So what's the sign?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, 3 minus 4 is equal to what? You said a 1 and a 1 is
Positive
correct.
1?
Why positive? Which one has the most? Which number is the biggest? 3 or 4?
4. 4.
And what's the sign on the 4?
Minus.
That's why your answer would be minus. Got it? Because 3 minus 4, you subtract. 3 from 4 is 1. But the 4 is the biggest number. So that means that you have more negative than positive. So therefore, the answer would be -1. And what's 1 times a -1, Chastity?
-1?
That's it. Very good. Like unlike signs multiply to give you negative. So f of 1 would be -1. So you put in the table -1, right here. -1. Got it? Now,
Yeah.
now do the 3. Latoya, is that one, did you have that one?
Which one?
When it's a 1, when the input is 1. Did you get -1?
Yeah, I get that one right.
Okay, so let's go to the next one.
Why so many
The last one
parentheses?
is the ones I didn't get right.
Oh,
That
the
confuses
parentheses
The
here.
25.
Well, 3x is 3 times -1. I put the parentheses here for the multiplication, Chastity. Right?
Oh, that okay.
That's for the
That's for
multiplication. 3 times -1 is for the multiplication. That parenthesis
Okay.
there was always there because it was x times parenthesis expression 3x minus 4. Okay.
So how do you know when is multiplication because
Well,
of the parentheses?
multiplication, remember I said you could have a dot, you could have an asterisk, you could have a parenthesis, you could have side by side. So 3x
Oh.
means 3 times x.
Okay, got it.
That's multiplication. So if you have a variable next to a number, that's multiplication. Or a variable next to a variable. xy means x times y. Okay. So we did, what was that, 1? Okay, so
Yeah.
we did the 1. Now let's do the next one is a 3. Chastity, I want you to do that one. I'll put the f of 3. Okay, so let me just, this is f of 1. Let me just copy this here. And wherever we see that -1, we want to put a 3. Okay. So let me copy that. Now, wherever I see the -1, I want to put a 3.
Okay, what is it?
So put a 3. I put a 3 here. And I put a 3 for the x instead of the -1. That's a 3. And 3 times a -1 would be 3 times 3, right? Because the x, the input is a 3. Okay, so that's multiplication, 3 times 3. All right, so equal. So this would be 3.
How about the -1? What happened to the minus?
1.
Minus what?
Remember, this is a 3 now. Look at your
Oh,
table.
wait.
We did the -1.
Oh, okay,
that
wait.
was the first one. And we did the 1. Now we at the 4th entry where the input is a 3. Right here.
Okay.
Okay. So that means my f of 3. 3 is my input. The outside, instead of a 1, that x is a 3. Inside, that was 3x. X is a 3. Okay, so I have a 3 here for the x, a 3 here for the x. This is a multiplication. So I'll have 3. Now, in the parentheses, Chastity, what's 3 times 3?
9.
Okay, so I'll have 9 minus 4.
9 minus
Okay.
4.
Well,
5.
3, that's right. 9 minus 4 is 5, right? And what's 3 times 5, Chastity?
15.
That's your answer. So when the input is 3, then the output is 15. So you put a 15 here. Got it?
Yeah.
Put a 15 there. Now let's go to a 5. See if you can tell me what that one is. Okay, so I'll copy this. And where there's a 3, I'll put a 5. Okay, so let's just copy this here. And instead of a 3, the input is a 5. So I put a 5. And that was an x input. So that's a 5 outside the parenthesis. And there's a 5 inside the parenthesis. So 3 times the input. So there's a 5. Okay, so what is that equal to, Chastity?
5. 3, 5.
What's the answer?
This is where I'm confused. Where you put the 5, then you put the parenthesis 3,
Well,
and then
the
parenthesis 5.
5 here is because we were
of the f
given
of x, right?
X, yeah, see,
Yeah.
X is the 5 times the parenthesis.
I see it now.
Yeah, the parenthetical expression 3x minus 4.
Three
So I have
and
5 for the X, 3 times the X, which is a 5, minus 4, close parenthesis. Because all I'm doing is substituting into this function, right?
Okay,
Okay.
so that would be 3,
So I'll put the
15.
5. Yeah, 3 times 5 is 15. That's correct. And that's minus 4, right?
Minus 4
Okay. So,
equal.
so that would be equal to what? 5 times what? What's 15 minus 4?
That's 11.
That's it. What's 5 times 11?
55.
55. So when the input is 5, then the output is 55. So you put a 55 here.
Okay.
Okay, you got it?
Yes.
All right. Now, let's see if you can do number 5. F of x equal minus 8x. So let's just copy that. For number 5.
Wait.
F of x
F of x.
minus 8x.
X. So it'll be F
Okay,
F
so that's minus
minus
8x.
6.
Now the first x is a minus 6, right? So this is, we're doing number 5. Yes, number 5. Okay, now the first input they gave you was a minus 6. Okay, because they gave you,
Right.
okay, x equal minus 6. So Chastity, if x is equal to a minus 6, this is a minus, then what is f of x?
Minus 6.
Well, that's what x is. So remember, wherever I have an x, I want to put a minus 6. So this becomes, let me just copy it.
That's going to be F minus 6.
And this one you can do method math, right? So f of a minus 6, that's the input. And wherever you see an x, the input, you want to put the minus 6. Okay, so what's minus 8 times a minus 6, Chastity?
$48.
That's it. Minus that minus is plus. So 48. So your first entry for number 5 would be 48. So when x is a minus 6, the output is 48. Now, what if it was a minus? The next entry is a minus 4. So I'll just copy this over.
That's F minus 4.
That's right. I'll just
That's
put minus 4
there,
here.
minus 4. That's a 32.
That's it. You got it. So what's the next one? X of minus 4. That's a minus 4.
F of minus 1, right?
This is a minus 4. And you
Minus
said 32, and that's correct.
That's 8.
Yes, that's it. You got the next one is 8. What's the when it's a 2, what is it? So the next one, that was a minus 4. So for 1, you have that one. So let's just put it here. F.
That's 16.
That's
Correct?
F of minus 1, and you had that one right. You said, okay, so this would be minus 1. So we put a minus 1 here, and you said 8, and that is correct.
Yeah,
Minus
good
8
idea.
times 1 is 8. So very good. Now, the next one, what did you say the answer was? Was this a 2?
16.
Plus or
Yeah,
minus?
it's a 2. It's a 2.
Okay,
It's a F.
f of +2. So let's just copy that here. I'll just put this on the next page. Okay, so that next entry is what, a 2?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just go up to the top and put a 2. Now that's a +2, right? So that would be a -8 times +2. What's that equal to, Chastity? What's a
Positive
minus?
16. Is a
Minus?
positive?
No, minus times plus is minus.
Minus and plus is minus.
Yeah, when you multiply unlikes, you get negative. So a -8 times a +2 gives you a -16.
Minus 16.
The only way it would be positive is if they both were negative or if they both were positive.
I'm
Remember?
sorry, I always get confused on the
Unlike,
positive,
just remember,
negative.
when the signs are unlike, you get negative. Plus time minus give negative, minus time plus give negative. Minus time minus give plus, plus time plus give plus. Okay? So when
Okay.
it's a 2, the output is f of x is -16. What if it's a 7? Let's just
Okay,
put a
that's
7. Tell me, what do you get when it's a 7?
a 7.
So f of 7,
56.
and I put 7 here.
And that's a minus 56?
That's it. Very good. Excellent. Because plus times minus again give you minus, so that would be a -56. Very good. So that's number 4. Sorry, that was number 5. So we have one more, number 6. Well, we have 7, but I think I'll let you do 7 as homework.
Oh yeah, the last one.
Okay, number
is-
6. Okay, that was number 5. So number 6, we have f of x equal, and that's 5x squared. Let me put, yeah, I'll make it bigger. I know it's very small. Okay. So that would be 5x squared minus 6. Okay, so let's just make this big so you can see it. And the first input is what? -3. First input is -3. So that's 5x squared minus 6. So wherever you see the input, you want to put a -3. Okay, so let's just copy this and put in the -3, and you tell me what you get. Okay, I'll copy it. Then I want you to do the math. Okay, so this is -3. F of -3. And for the x, I want to put a -3. So I'll put this in parentheses, -3. You don't have to, but I just put it for clarity. You could put -3 because it's right next to the 5. So I don't want it to look like 53. So it's x squared, a -3 squared. So Chastity, what's a -3 squared? -3 times a -3.
-3.
3 times 3.
9.
Okay, so -3 times a -3 is what? They like signs, they give you plus. So a -3 times a -3 is what?
Positive?
Yeah, it's a +9. So just 9 right? Minus 6, okay? So what's 5 times 9?
Mm, 45 minus
That's
6,
it, 45
it's
what's 45 minus 6?
49.
Can't be bigger, it's gotta be smaller. If you're subtracting 6 from 45, your answer has to be less than 45, can't be bigger.
Mm,
So not 45,
39.
39, that's right.
39.
So that first entry for number 6 is
39.
39. So you put a 39 here. Okay. Now we go to a minus 2. Okay, so I'll put this here. You tell me what the answer is. Okay, so this is a minus 2. So f of minus 2.
5 minus 2.
So let's put the minus 2 here instead of the 3 and put a minus 2 here. Okay, so what is this equal to, Chastity? What's a minus 2 times a minus 2?
4.
That's right. This is minus times minus is 4. So 5 times 4 minus 6. What's 5 times 4?
20.
20. What's 20 minus 6?
14.
That's your answer. That's your next entry in the table. So when it's a
14.
minus 2, put in your table 14. Right there. Okay. And then the next one is 0. So let's just take the minus, let's take this and put out 0 instead of the minus 2. Let's copy that. And then f of minus 2, the input is 0. So let's put 0. So that would be 0 as our input. Change that minus 2 to 0. Change the input here to 0.
That size is 5.
Okay. So what's 0 times 0?
0.
Right. So this is equal to, so what's 5 times 0?
5.
No. 5
0.
times what? Yeah, any number times 0 is 0. So that would be 0 minus 6. And that would be equal to what?
6.
Plus or minus? Minus 6.
Minus.
Yes, 0 minus 6 will give you a minus 6. Okay, so that's the answer when the input is 0. And the next one is when it's a 1. So let's just copy this. And instead of a 0, we want to put a 1. Okay, so let's put a 1. That's the input. That's our X value. And put the 1 here. And what's 1 times 1, Chastity?
2.
Nope, 1 plus 1 is 2. What's 1 times 1?
1.
1, that's right. So this will be 5 times 1 minus 6. And what's 5 times 1?
5 times 1. 5.
5, that's right. And what's 5 minus 6? Subtract,
1.
plus or minus.
Minus.
That's it. Very good, because you got your bigger number is your 6 and it's negative. So that's a minus 1. And then the last one for that, number 6, is a 4 for the input. So let's just
Hold
copy
on, let me look
this.
at something. Why is it 5? 5. Mhm.
You have a question?
Yeah, I was kind of confused on the last one.
Oh, the f of 1?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did it different,
Well,
but
the X is a 1, right? So I put 1 squared. Substitute the 1 for the X. So I put a 1 here, 1 here. A 1 times 1 is 1. So that becomes 5 times 1 minus 6. 5 times 1 is 5. And 5 minus 6. Subtract. More negative than positive. So my answer is a negative 1.
okay. Got it.
Okay. Now the last one in that table, this is a 4. Okay, so
4.
you put a 4 for the input, put a 4 here. Okay. Now, what's 4 times 4, Chastity?
32.
4 times 4.
16.
That's
sorry.
it, 16. So that would be 5 times 16 minus 6. What's 5 times 16?
5 times 16.
5 times 10 plus 5 times
80?
6. 80, that's right. So 80. What's 80 minus 6?
80 minus 6 is 74.
That's it. So that's the output for the last one in that table. So you put in the table, when it's a 4, it's 70. What was that? 74. 74. Okay. Questions? Now, I'll do the first one here, and then I want you to do the rest for your homework for number 7. Now, f of x is 10x plus 17. So let's just write that for number 7. Okay. 7. I'll do the first one, and then I want you to do the other. Let's see, it's 5 of them, so you can do the other 4. So f of x, the function, equal 10x plus 17.
X.
Plus 17. Now, we're given minus 4 as our input, so I'll copy this over. So that's 10x. Let's copy that. So it's a negative 4. So x, the input, is a negative 4. Wherever you see the input, you want to put the negative 4. So that's negative 4. What's 10 times negative 4, Chastity? 10 times 4 is
40.
what? 40. Plus or minus?
Plus.
Plus times minus give minus.
Minus.
Minus, because remember, this is a plus 10 times a negative 4. So that gives you a minus 40. Plus 17. What is that equal to?
57.
Oh.
10 plus 17.
Minus 40 plus 17. Remember, the 10 times the minus 4 gave you a minus 40. And a minus 40 plus 17. Remember, you've got to subtract because there's a minus and a plus. What's 17 from 23? I'm sorry.
30.
17
37.
from 40. No, 17 from 40. Subtract
17.
Subtract 17 from 40.
33.
17 from 50 is 33.
23.
23. It'd be plus or minus.
That's
Which one do you have the most of?
minus 40. Minus.
Yeah,
Minus
so
23.
that's right. Minus 23. Right. Yeah, you just look at you have more negative for the 40 Then you do
Okay.
positive of the 17. So your answer has to be negative. So you subtract, so your answer has to be negative. So you subtract and then use the sign of the number that's the biggest if you just ignore the sign. And the one that's the biggest is the 40 and it has a negative. So you have a negative 23.
Okay.
Got it? Now for your
Yeah.
homework, I want you to do the -3, the 6, the 7, and the 8. And you could text me the answers, okay?
Okay.
So that would be your homework.
I'm going to do it right now and I send it to you.
Oh, okay. Well,
All
that's,
right.
that's okay. You can do it now. Now, Latoya, you didn't do your mapping. Yeah, you can go ahead and do those now and send them to me, Chesty.
Okay.
When it's a -3, when it's
Get all
a
of
6.
mine right, those, Miss Robert.
Did you do the map?
Huh?
Did you do the map? That was your homework.
I didn't see no map come up.
I
told you.
gave you this. I sent you this.
What?
Well, let's see.
I text you and tell you no map didn't come up on my thing.
Well, I emailed it to you.
It
Okay.
didn't come up. It cut off. I don't know what happened. I texted you the other day. You didn't read the text. I said
I read the text, but I didn't see anything saying you didn't get the map.
yeah, I text you with Robert. You didn't, maybe you don't understand what jumbo me write.
No, when did you text me that? Because I read my text.
When I send the second homework to you, right? I send the
You
second
emailed
homework.
it or you text me?
I emailed my homework, but then I do the 2 that I got wrong. And I said to you, please let me know. I sent my homework already to my email. If they are correct, I didn't see the work you sent me. That's what I said to you. You say you sent me homework, and I said I didn't see the work you sent me.
Oh, you text me that?
Yeah, I said with funny face, man. You said thank you, quick turnaround on your homework and excellent results. I emailed you your work, and then I said FX 3X, the one that I got wrong, which you said, which with the funny face, man. You said correction to the wrong ones. That's what I sent you. Please let me know if they are correct. I did not see the work you sent me. I said that to you with a funny face, man.
You text that to me? I'm looking through
Yeah.
my text. I don't see it. I don't see the
Yeah, I
text.
sent it to you.
Don't see the text.
And then you said 0 is correct for number 2. And you said 1 is correct for number 1. The others are incorrect. You email me back.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I know I
Yeah, but
emailed
I
you.
sent you a text and
Let
said
me
I didn't
check
see the
my,
homework.
okay, let me check.
Yeah, I sent it back to you. You said you didn't send it back to me, so I don't know.
Okay, let me check my emails. Okay, check my sent. Okay.
Let me see what this lady has sent. Said she wants a Zoom meeting. I have a Zoom at 8 o'clock. And I wanted to go sleep.
Okay. Looking here, I don't see see you sending me that. Okay, sent. I know I sent you the one.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. So I don't know. These computers tired of us now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it. If I do
Because
check.
I always print out my stuff.
Okay, well, let's do the mapping. You can do it right now. All you have to do is say, yes, it's a function. No, it's not a function. That's you working on your
Yeah,
last.
I finished. I don't know if you want me to send it to you or you want me what?
Well, you can tell me what's the answer for when it's -3. What's the f of x?
Is -13.
Very good. Number 6.
43.
Nope. Number 7.
53.
Number 8.
53.
Nope. You made the same mistake on those.
Oh, God.
6, 7,
So-
and 8, you made the same mistake. Now, number 3 is right. Now, 6 and 7 are positive. So you multiply 10 times the 6 and add the 17. I think you subtracted.
Yeah, I did.
You subtracted. So you're supposed to multiply 10 times the 6 and add 17. 10 times the
Okay.
7, add 17. 10 times the 8, add 17. You subtracted. But
Yes,
you know
I did. Hold
yeah, you
on.
did, right?
Yeah,
So what should you have gotten for number 6?
for 6, that should be, hold on, 87.
10 times 6? No, number 6. Now, when it's 6, when the input is 6,
That's 60 plus 17.
10 times 6 is what? 60? What's 60 plus 17?
77.
That's right. So when it's 6, it's 77. When it's 7, what is it?
When it's 7 is 53. No,
Nope. Add the 17. 7 times 10 is
87.
Okay. When it's 8, it's what?
When it's 8, hold on. It's 8. 97.
That's it. Very good. Okay. You got it. Excellent.
Okay.
Now, I want you to look at the mapping.
Oh,
Look at these maps and tell me, yes, it's a function. No, it's not a function. Look at number 1. Does 1 represent a function?
okay, I'm lost. Where you guys at?
Okay, you see function mapping? Did I bring it up? Or did I not? Okay,
No, it's not there.
it's not there. Okay, let me do a share screen. Bring up the mapping. Do you see it now? Functions mapping? Yes?
Yeah, it's there now.
Okay, now.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Yeah, I want you to look at the maps. You remember that we went over some rules. Tell me, number 1, does it represent a function? Yes or no? Remember, we can't have the left side numbers here going to more than one right side. All right. So only a 1-to-1. Each number over here should go to a single number. All right. So -1 cannot go to a 6 and a 2. Okay. So
I don't get this. I'm sorry.
It's
Okay.
none.
all right. So in order for it to be a function, every input, see, this is input, we'll say, and this is output. So everything over here, these numbers should map to one output. If it maps to more than one and they are different, then it's not a function. So you look at the -1.
Oh, I'm sorry.
-1 maps
Go get it. Go
to
get it.
8 right here, right? Do you see -1 with a line drawn to any other number? Yes or no?
No,
No. Okay. What about 0? 0 also goes to 8. Remember, we don't care if something goes here twice. We care about these values that we call like our input or X.
yes and no, it's not a function.
You say no, it's not a function. Why? What makes it not a function?
I don't know, let's guess.
No. Well, 1 only maps to 8. 0 only maps to 8. 4 maps to a -6. 7 maps to a -2. 8 maps to a -2.
That's two.
12 maps to 5, and 13 maps to 17. So each number over here only maps to one number over here. So yes, it is a function. Questions?
How? Because the 6 was a by itself.
Yeah, but that's in the Y. See, remember, we don't care if it's by itself over here, but we
Oh, yeah, what
care,
is the
we
output?
care
Okay.
over here on the input side. If we had a number over here and it didn't map to anything, then it would not be a function. But every number here in this map maps to something over here, and it only maps to one number. Got it? So yes, this is a function. So you write in your table, write on your map function, yes, this is a function. Got it? Now, what about, let's see, let's go. Let's see if I can bring this one down. Okay. Can you see that one? Because it's blocked out.
No,
Okay.
we can't see it.
I can't see it either because it's, let's see if I can.
I'm trying.
Let's try and see. Okay. Now, can you see it? I blocked out the video panel. Can you see number 2?
See it now.
Okay. Now, look at these. Do you see any number over here mapping to 2 different numbers over here? And if you do, then it means it's not a function. So is it a function or is it not a function?
No, this one is not a function.
Why?
What was it?
What's the reason?
Because
You're right.
the
It's not a
output-
function.
The output is coming.
I was gonna
Alright.
say, is that a function, but I don't know why.
Yeah, it's not a function. You're absolutely right.
But I
And
don't
the
know
reason-
why.
Well, you know why, because look at 9, minus 9. Minus 9 is mapping to a minus
It's minus
16 and
16.
also to a 9. So
Yeah.
remember I said it can't map to but one. Okay, if this were a minus 16, then it would be okay because it's mapping to the same, but it can't map to 2 different things here. So everything else is a 1-to-1, but minus 9 is mapping to 2 different outputs. One is a minus 16.
Okay, I got it. So it's
You
no.
got it? One is a 9.
Yeah.
So
Let me check on the next one.
all right, okay, so check on the next one. So yes, number 1 is a function. 2, no, is not a function. Now, what about number 3? Is it a function or is it not a function? Three, yes or no? That's the yes or no?
No.
No,
Why?
it has a
It's
one
mapped to
function and
more
I
than
wanted
one.
It has what?
It's mapped to more than one on the input side.
So what is the number that's the error?
17 goes to 0 and 19 goes to 0.
What?
No, 3 goes to 11 and 6 goes to 11.
But they're different.
So it is a function then. No,
Is it a function?
no,
No, it's
no,
not
it's
a
not a
function.
function.
And why, Chastity? Why is it not a function?
Because it can only map to 1.
So which one is mapping to more than one? What number?
17 and
the
19.
0.
No,
The
you
three?
don't say these numbers over here, Latoya. You concerned with these numbers. So which numbers over here on the left, the input, which number maps to more than one number over here?
3 and 6.
No. Which number on the left side maps to more than one number over here?
The 0.
That's it, the zero. The zero is mapping to 17 and it's
then
mapping to
19.
19. That makes it not a function.
Not
Because remember I
function.
told you it had to be a one-to-one input to output. And here you have zero mapping to a 17, zero mapping to a 19. That's a no-no, not a function. Latoya, you see that? Don't worry about what's
Yeah,
over
I
here.
was saying the 17 and the 19,
No,
0 to
no.
17 and
You-
19. I was
Yes,
reading it
but
backwards.
yeah, but you've got to read it as input, output. Input maps to one output. And those outputs have to be the same. Now, zero could map to 2 over here, but the numbers have to be identical. They can't be different. So that makes it not a function. Got it? Number 4, yes, no.
Yes.
Yes, it's a function, Chastity. Why? You're correct. It is a function. Why?
Because the okay, no, I don't know.
You know.
Because the input goes straight to the 9 on the output from the 4 and 10. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I
Well,
don't know.
no, you're right. It is a function because every number, every input over here only maps to one output. That's why it's a function. 4 only maps to 9. 5 only maps to 1. 7 only maps to 3. 10 maps to 9. 11 maps to 3. We don't care that 7 and 11 both map to 3. We care about what's over here, right? 11 maps to 3. 12 maps to 4. And 15 maps to 8. So number 4 is a function. That's correct. Number 5, function or no?
No.
You said number 5 is no. Why? Chastity, you said no. Why?
I don't know.
What do you say, Latoya?
Number 5,
Yes. Is it a function? Yes or no?
yes, I said it's a function. I don't know.
But why? Why do you say it's a function?
Because everybody connect to where it's supposed to connect. Mapped
No.
to where it's supposed to be mapped to.
Yes,
19
you're
map-
right. It is a function because
is.
every number over here only maps to
Yes,
one
and map
over
to
here.
everybody where it's
That's
supposed
right.
to
Only
map.
one time. So 19 to 14, 18 to 20. You don't see any number here mapping to 2 different numbers on the right, right? 16 only to 7, 14 only to -12, -12 only to -4, 10, -10 only to -11, and -8 only to -10. So number 5 is yes, it is a function. It's only a one-to-one input to output. Number 6, function, yes, no.
Yes.
You say yes. What do you say, Latoya? Number 6, is that a function? Chastity, you said it's a function, right?
Yeah, because 1 and 5 are mapping to 1 on the outcome.
Which is okay.
Yeah.
But remember when I gave you the rules, I said every input must map to an output. So what number over here doesn't map to anything? Chastity, what number in the input does not map to anything? What number do you see in this map does not map to a number on the right side.
7? No,
No, -7 is
Minus
mapped to
7.
17.
They all map. Oh, 0.
0, that's right, correct. 0 doesn't map to anything. That makes this no, it's not a function, because every input must map to an output. So 0
Okay.
is not mapping to anything. That makes this no, not a function. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So we went over those rules. I had them. You can go back over them when we started the functions, that there's a one-to-one relationship between input, output, and every input must map to an output. So if you've got a number in here, input, and it's not mapping to anything, then it cannot be a function. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, before we go, I don't think we'll go into composite because that's a bit involved. I want to look at some more functions. Okay, let me just go here, new share, and okay. Now, I want you to use this function rule to find the output. Now, the first one, okay, this is the function rule. F of x is 10 minus x over 20. Latoya, go to mute. Latoya,
Yeah,
okay, because you were talking, I was saying go to mute. So we finished up the table.
these are harder.
Oh, so we want to do what? These are harder?
Yeah.
No, just where's the X, you want to put the 40.
You're
So,
gonna put the 40. Oh, this is division.
all right. So you just take this number, take this
Giving us
rule.
harder.
No, actually, it's probably easier than some of the other ones.
The,
So,
the math don't have any ending, right? Because I'm thinking, well, when we're gonna end, and we keep on going and going and going. And
yeah,
then
we
no
haven't
ending.
done, composite functions, and we won't get to those today. And that's a function of a function. So I think we'll spend a whole session on that
So
probably.
so it's gonna be.
So
We're
that's
gonna
gonna
put
be
40 over 20, Miss Barbara.
that's right.
They're gonna say 10 minus 2.
And that's 40. Okay, let's put.
This is what you want to send me, right?
Yes.
'Cause
So-
I don't have this, right?
No, you don't have this. This is new.
Okay.
This is some more practice of functions. What's 40 divided by 20, Chastity?
4? No.
40 divided by 20?
2?
2. And then what's 10 minus 2?
10 minus 2 is 8.
That's your answer. So that would be 10 minus 2 equal 8. That's your answer. So Latoya, isn't that easier than some of the others?
Let me see, scroll up.
Okay, so number 1, you okay?
Yeah, I did that one, but the
Okay.
other one.
Chastity, all right? So now I want you to do. So we
I
just
can't
have a-
see though.
Okay, so I want you to do number 2. Well, let me just go to the next page.
Okay.
Okay,
You move it.
yeah, I know. I want you to do number 2, number 3, number 4, and give me the answers. Okay, there's number 2.
Baba getting harder and harder.
There's number 3.
Latoya, you good.
There's
I'm not.
number 4.
Trust me, girl, you don't even know how much work I have to do. I have a SFA right after I finish on a Zoom call at 8.
Okay.
Oh, what?
I have a Zoom business call at 8.
Oh, God.
If you can have it easy. That's why I said after Miss Barbara come off, I try to send my homework because I doing the college prep, so I have essay and I have writing like we watch a picture, we gotta write all of that information. So
Oh, I know. I
Catherine's
went through all of
familiar with
that.
that. She's in college, so she knows exactly what you're talking about, Latoya.
Well,
yeah, God
listen,
help
I
me.
haven't passed my math exam, and this is what I'm stuck on. I passed all of my, my prerequisites. That's what you're doing now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
So,
hard. Like just I don't know what to tell. I was going in class. I was going to the class when I was doing my prerequisites, which it was easier,
Yeah,
because you got your classmates and they help you out. Listen,
yeah,
my
yeah, but
that's
you could,
true.
classmate,
that's
they
it,
advanced
you
now.
could do Zoom, If you have under 30 people for 45 minutes, you could do Zoom. You could do free Zoom.
Wow, for the one you're going to?
Yeah, you could create your own Zoom and do your own Zoom with your classmate then for 45 minutes every day. If you are where you have time. You could do your own Zoom. You don't have to
That's
even
true.
talk.
You can. I had to
Then
do
you
that
can
for
do
a
your free.
student
Zoom is
last week
free.
because the student couldn't come
Yeah.
on. So I did a Zoom for the student and put it on YouTube.
But
Yeah,
all I need is math.
yeah, you could do Zoom for free, like do the Zoom with Miss Barbara. You could do it for free.
Yeah, I have it free. You get 40 minutes. But they really let you go over. And you could put them back. You could do back-to-back meetings. They end up getting more than
Yeah,
40
so you
minutes.
don't need, you could, especially if you have a project and stuff, that's where they make, but they know sometimes people have college writing and stuff, and you need to correspond with your classmate,
Mhm.
so they make it more accessible now.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, but my classmates are already advanced. They already advanced in college. Like I'm the one who wants to stay behind because of math. You understand? Like I can't do the Zoom because we're not on the same level now. I stayed behind because of math.
Oh,
And that's the thing. Listen, every day I think about this, and sometimes I'll be like, I'm just wasting my time and going into
no, don't say that because
No.
I've struggled with math too. I thought I had math until I did the test. I thought I had math down pack. I was like, cause I did all of my thing them. I did all of my other classes then. And I passed everything. I didn't study for nothing else. And I put every effort in the math for like 6 years. And when I went to take that math, I didn't pass it. I was devastated. I cried. I was like, oh
I
God.
still cry. I
And then it
still
was
cry
like,
and pull my
oh, holy
hairs out.
crap. I was like, oh, this
But
is too much.
Chastity, you're doing a whole lot better.
I'm
You
trying, Miss
made
Yeah, but
Barbara.
improvement.
one of my professors always tell us, you gotta do math every day. If you
Yeah, you
don't do
gotta
Yeah.
math every day,
practice.
that's it.
That's why we do a lot of practice
But
problems.
look, some things are easy and some other things are really hard. Like it's like I need to go back and and see what is it that I need to learn more, because this right here is not on the Acuplacer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
but
right
you
here
have
is
a
not on
lot of
that.
you have a lot of you have a lot of the Acupacer they widen it now. They have over 500 questions in a math. They have a
Where?
lot of things in reading, writing, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Where?
I have Accuplaces.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have
Tuesday.
Accuplaces worksheets.
How can I get some, Miss Barbara? I'm getting discouraged. I
Well,
loved learning with you, you know that. I love coming to the class and learning with you because you explain it very well. But right now we keep on going up, but I still haven't taken my test. And I'm like, I said, yeah, I'm gonna keep on learning. And everybody asks, what do you mean? You still math class? You still taking tutoring? And I'm like, yeah, I mean,
but do you
sometimes I'm like,
do you have a sample of a test that you've taken?
I have the Acuplacer on like a little booklet, but I think that's the old one. I'm not sure.
It
Okay,
doesn't really upgrade that much.
they don't change that much
No, it
because the
don't change.
Accuplacer has a lot of basics like fractions and decimals and
Word problems and
scientific
stuff.
notation and all. But what
Mhm.
I can do for you, Chastity, I can send you because I was working with another student who's well in college, but she's trying to do math and writing, and I did AccuPlaces. I've been doing AccuPlaces with her. So I can send you something, just see how you do on it.
Yes, please. I will appreciate it
Yeah,
so much, Miss Barbara.
I'll email you a sample AccuPlacer math, and just see how you do on it, because I don't think you as bad as you think you are.
All right. Thank you so much. I
Okay,
really
so I
like.
put in
It's like Latoya says, you know, sometimes I be crying and people like, why are you crying for? And I'm like, I
Okay.
think I cannot do this,
So,
but I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you an offline AccuPlacer, and then you can do it and text me back the answers, okay?
When should I be getting it? Like, you know,
Uh,
when are you gonna email it
Well,
to me?
I'll probably do it tomorrow.
Okay.
all
You
right?
won't forget me, right?
No, have I ever forgot you?
Never.
Never, never. Okay, I just made a note of it, just to be sure. Okay,
All right. Thank you
all
so
right,
much.
do number 2. What's the answer, Latoya? Not the math.
Number 2 is 2.
That's right. 24 over
Yeah.
8 is 3, and 5 minus 3 is 2. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what you got, Chastity?
I didn't get to do it. I'm
Well,
sorry.
she put the 24 in for the X. 24. Okay. So that's 24 divided by 8. Okay. Let's see. 24 divided by 8, and 24 divided by 8 is 3, right? So that would be equal to 5 minus 3 equal 2. That's
Where do
the
we get
answer.
the 24th from?
Find F of 24
Oh.
right here. See?
Oh, got it.
Got it?
Okay, let me do the next one.
Do the
and see
next
how I
one.
do.
Okay. All right, Chastity. Do the next one. What's the answer? Just give me the answer.
Just give me 1 second. You know I'm slow on this. Hold on.
That's okay. This is F of 32. I'll just put the 32 here. All right. This one was F of 24. I just put the 24 here. This one is F of 32. So wherever you see the F, you put the 32. So what's that equal to? What's that equal to, Chastity? Wherever you see the X for the 32. What's 32 over 16? Chastity, 32 divided by 16. Chastity,
Hold on.
32 divided by 16.
22.
32 divided by 16. 16 and the 32 goes how many times? How many?
2.
That's it, 2. There are 2 16s. What's 7 minus 2?
4. 5.
5. That's your answer. That's it.
Why I get so nervous? I don't know.
No, you putting the 32 where the X is. So do the next one. Put the 48 where the X is. What's 48 divided by 16?
Okay, hold on.
9 minus, put the 48 for the X, okay?
It's a
Divide that.
3.
That's a 3. What's 9 minus 3?
6.
16. So you have 9 minus
9 minus
3
3.
equals 6. That's it. That's your answer. take this on the line out. We don't need that. So 48 divided by 16 is 3. Subtract the 3 from the 9 and you get 6. And that's your answer.
Okay.
Because that's f of x, where x is 48.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you have you're finishing up the table. So, and Latoya, I guess I'll send you, and then Chastity, if you want to, I think I'll send you number
Huh?
5, 6, and 7. The ones here.
For homework?
Yeah, 5, 6, and 7. So homework.
Okay.
So where's the function? Function is 3
Okay. This
or
is
4.
okay. So your homework will be 5, 6, and 7. 5, 6, and 7. The problem's right here.
Miss Barbara, where's the function? Is the
Oh.
4?
Use the following function rule to find f of r plus 4. That means for the n, you're going to put f of r plus 4. Okay, so let me just, I'll just start you off. Okay, so you want to find f of r plus 4. So let's just put that here.
That's kind of hard.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, now see here is, and it says simplify your answer. So here is the function rule. So let's just copy that. F of n equals n plus 3. Now, wherever you see the n, you want to put a r plus 4. All right, so let me just copy this. I'm just getting you set up and then you can solve it. So wherever you see the n, you want to put the r plus 4. So you want to find, that's your output, find f of r plus 4. So that would be, okay, so for n, let's put r plus 4. And over here for the n, put r plus 4. Then what is that equal to? Latoya, what is that equal to? What's r plus 4 plus 3?
7. 7R.
No, it's an addition.
7.
R plus
plus 7.
That's it. That's it. Okay. So I did number 5 for you. You should be able to do number 6. You do it the same way, except now you've got r plus 11 you want to put in for the n. Got it? Find f of r plus 4. So the n is this f
Got
of
it.
n is the, you got it? That's the output.
Yeah.
The n plus 3, that's for the n, you want to put in what they gave you, the r plus 4. And then you just simplify it. And the same down here, r plus 11, f of n equals n plus 4. So you want to put the r plus 11 for the n and then simplify it. Got it?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're doing, well, you can still just send me 5. I'll put it here. 5, 6, and 7. And I started you off with 5, so you can use that as your guide. Any questions on anything we've gone over?
No.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining. And Chastity, I'll send you an AccuPlacer for you to text me back answers. I'll give you a really short one to start with, just to see where you are. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Barbara.
Okay.
Good
Thanks for
night,
sh-
everyone. Bye,
Good night,
Latoya.
everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for sharing.
Night.
Uh,
Bye-bye.
Audrey sent me a text. She had something come up. She sent me answers, so I'll check and see how she did on the functions.
Can you please send me the homework and what you was supposed to send me?
Yes, I will.
All right. Thank you
All
so much. Good night.
All right.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.